What makes humor effective? Is it the material? Or are there other factors that have to do with how well humor is received? We have all experienced the awkwardness of being a part of bad humor, and whether we like to admit it or not, we have all completely bombed at trying to be funny. In the same way, we've had many times where we have laughed hysterically with our friends. Yet, I feel most people do not stop and ask why something was or wasn't funny. Instead, we just laugh or give an awkward, confused smile. So let's take some time to ask, what are some factors that contribute to the effectiveness of humor? To try and answer this, let's look at a couple of familiar examples. Yes, it's the infamous stage diver. Ironically enough, you may be asking yourself if this can even be considered humor. While it may not be obvious, given the fact that its intention was to make us laugh, it is at the very least an attempt at humor. Now, when I first saw this picture, I did not laugh in the slightest. To me, the picture seemed kind of random on first sight. There was no story or reasoning to the picture, and unless you have a humorous soft spot for shirtless dudes jumping off stages, I can't see why this would be funny to anyone. Nor do I believe I was alone in this thought. There isn't much, if any, context. There's no predefined information or situation to make me think, holy crap, this guy is jumping off stage. That's hilarious. And I think this is a key factor missing from this attempt at humor. I do believe this picture could be funny though, but only if we take a part of it and put it into a different setting we know isn't correct. Hence, we have some previous knowledge of the man jumping and know there's something fishy about this picture. Remember this guy? When was the last time he was excited as this guy? Out of all the material associated with paper 1, this was the only piece I genuinely laughed at. Our man Ryan is having the time of his life and is showing it too. With each successful drop into the plinko, Ryan lets out a noise I can only describe as a screech. His emotion and awkwardness engulfed him, and at the same time, we find ourselves laughing at him. The excessiveness of Ryan's actions take us by surprise, and we can't help but laugh. Ryan even goes one step further and starts to chant his own name with the crowd. Who does that? No one, that's who. His reactions are far from normal, and it's hilarious. It's painfully apparent that the center of attention is not a place Ryan is used to, and his resulting actions defy what we know to be acceptable behavior, leaving us confused but amused. The whole scene is wacky, it's hysterical, and it makes for some great daytime television. Obviously, everyone has a different sense of humor, and of course there are a multitude of reasons why something would or wouldn't be funny. But through these two examples, we can see that context and the out-of-the-norm surprise factor do contribute to the effectiveness of humor. Without context, possibly humorous ideas may come off as confusing and leave the audience with more questions than laughs. On the other hand, when a scenario catches us off guard, our defined notion of normalness leaves us with little to do other than laugh.